Hi everyone. I've actually been doing a fair amount of stuff off camera. I have started on some Botania. And I'm working on making it even better. I have got the blast furnace going, and it is producing for me. And I'm also producing plenty of charcoal and coal coke to keep it running. And since I'm pretty full on seed oil, I have switched over my grinder to grinding ores, which gets me that 3-for-1 that I expected to get from Tinker's Steelworks, but which only came out as 2-for-1. So I've got all these gold flakes being heated up in a perfectly ordinary furnace. Because I haven't actually added a lot of mods that add new furnaces. Although I could use the power of steam to make it work better and faster. I can probably do that later though. I have also built myself a steamy exosuit from Flaxbeard's Wondrous Steam mod, which does a lot of cool things. Including letting me run fast, and step assist, fire resistance. I can even add a add-on to the shoes to let me walk on water, on lava, either one. That would have been handy in the Nether last episode. At this particular moment, though, my extendo fist is not working as well as I would like. At this particular moment, though, I am working on a particular project. I have decided that it is time to make myself a magnet. Which means I need more mana steel than that. Okay. And ring of ring of magnetization. And now I'm ready to work on the magic tree. As soon as I craft myself a whole bunch of ladders. Or rather have my system do it for me. Perfect. Of course, I could just fly up with my jetpack, but I want to save my steam for when I screw up. I mainly want to use it to save my bacon in case my bacon falls off the tree. So my plan is to sculpture this redwood somewhat in the manner of a bonsai tree. But since we can't actually sculpt the direction that it grows, I'm actually going to have to destroy much of the upper part of it and then rebuild it. Which is why I have made a Silk Touch axe, or hatchet, rather, because I want to save these leaves for later. At first I started cutting off the wood along with the branches, but then I decided it might be cool to see what a redwood tree looks like without all its foliage. So that's what I'm shooting for now. It's going to make it take a while, but it was going to take a while anyway. So there really wasn't any getting out of that. It looks as if I've gotten quite a lot done, doesn't it? Doesn't look like so much from here, though, does it? I definitely have a lot of work ahead of me. So I can't expect to have this done all in one episode. And there are some other things I want to work on. For one thing, this power is a nice little amount of power, but it is still a little amount of power. And in order to work these lasers and still have energy for anything else, I'm going to need to come up with a much better power supply. I had thought about going with deep resonance, but I've done that in my last 2 or 3 series. And I also thought about Immersive Engineering's diesel generator. But then I thought, maybe I should just double down on the steam. I mean, I've got some steam here, but it's not really useful for generating RF. But now that I've come up with an easier way of making steel, I may double down on the steam production and go with Railcraft steam boiler. And just run steam engines off of that. The other good thing about that is that I can convert that to Flaxbeard steam, which will allow me to produce Railcraft steam, which is General Forge steam, and keep that in a safe form, and then convert that to Flaxbeard steam at need. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. There we have 2x2 boiler. And I will just have to come up with 10 more boiler tanks in order to expand it. But this is enough for a start. So first thing I want to do is set it up with fluid supply. Okay, so fluid supply. This one is set up to provide water. And we will set this one up to provide creosote oil after this thing is full of water. And that's full of water. And I think 16 is the amount of creosote oil we can hold. Yeah, 16 buckets. All right, and the steam boiler is warming up. Okay, I think that it's about time that I take this furnace and improve it and then move it downstairs. So I'm thinking what I want to do is set it up somewhere where I can hook it up to the logistics pipe system. But first, we'll reinforce the bricks. And I think that I'll put it one block further that way. Then we just give it a whack on one face. And, oh, that's a different shape than I expected. All right, that is, okay, that is a basic pipe, so that's fine. And I have an active supplier, which I shall tell to keep this supplied with coal coke and iron. And let's see what happens. We've got iron. We may not have coke in the system. There it goes. And off it goes to produce steel for me. And I can speed it up by putting some preheaters on this. But first I need a source of RF. And I think I know how I want to do that. Industrial steam engine. Now, what am I going to do with this? I suppose I shall start with a couple of preheaters for this thing. And one blast furnace preheater. And this should do for now. Okay, one more thing I want to do to keep this thing supplied. We're going to stick a logistics chassis on here. And we're going to put an extractor on it, but we're going to tell it to just take out from the east side. I think that's how that one works. Yep, there that goes. And I have a passive supplier set up to keep this thing supplied with 16 coal at all times. So that will keep that fed as long as I still have coal. And there continues our steel construction again. So yeah, looking pretty good. So we're going to let that whip out some more steel, and I'm going to go cut some more branches. So there we are, beginning steel production. Next, I think I'd better work on some steam conversion, because my armor is about out of steam. Until then, have some fun, build something cool, and have a nice day.